Hi, Patrick here with allaboutdriveways.com. You know, one question that I'm often asked by homeowners is, how should the edges be finished on an asphalt driveway? What should they look like once the driveway is completed? And in order to answer that question, I have to determine what they're really asking me, because you see, most often than not, they're referring to two completely different things when it comes to the asphalt edges. The first is the asphalt edge itself. How is the asphalt edge itself finished? The second is actually the shoulder next to the asphalt edge. What should that look like once the asphalt driveway is installed? So in this video, I'm going to cover both of these discussions regarding asphalt edges. So let's first talk about the asphalt edge itself. As we can see here, the machine and the crew are laying the asphalt. They're going to roll the surface and compact it with the asphalt rollers. But what about that edge? Should those edges be compacted? What happens with that edge? Some companies will compact the edges, while other companies leave the edge uncompacted. Now, there's really not a special tool made for compacting edges. So in order to compact those edges, the asphalt crew members use the loop rakes. These are the same rakes used to rake the surface of the asphalt, to blend in imperfections and seams before compacting the asphalt. They're not really meant for compacting edges, but loop rakes work very well because of their size and convenience. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when it comes to compacting the edges, some companies just don't offer it as part of their driveway installation services. Not only because of the increase in the time that it adds to installing the driveway and the increase in labor costs, but also because compacting the edges bends the loop rakes, adding even more to the costs. So they just don't offer compacting edges as part of their service. Other companies offer edge compaction as an upgrade for an additional cost, or they just simply do it as part of their service. In the end, compacting the edges adds to the cost of installing an asphalt driveway. So the question is this: is it better to compact those edges or leave them uncompacted? Does it really matter? Here's been my experience. I've helped install well over 1,000 driveways. Some, the edges were compacted. Some, they weren't. Probably the majority of those driveways, the edges were left uncompacted. But here's where I feel the only difference that compacting the edges really makes a difference, and that's really two things. Compacted edges may be just slightly more durable than not compacting them. How much more durable is anyone's guess. More importantly, however, compacted edges definitely look much cleaner once the driveway is completed. So when it comes to compacted edges, it's not an absolute necessity, but certainly adds some value to the finished product. Now, the second topic regarding asphalt edges is the shoulder of the asphalt driveway, from the edge of the asphalt out. Does the edge itself get covered? Is it left exposed? Should it be covered? Most of the time when homeowners ask about asphalt edges, this is what they're really getting at. They want to know, when the asphalt is laid, are the edges exposed or should the edges be covered? What should be done? Where this becomes a concern is when it comes to driving off of the edge of the driveway. What can happen to the asphalt if there's no shoulder and that edge just drops off? It's very likely the edge of the asphalt can get damaged if the shoulders are not handled properly. So how should the shoulders be addressed? Now, when we prep a driveway for asphalt paving, while we're grading the driveway, you'll see that we like to leave what we call a windrow of soil along each side of the driveway. Basically, while we're grading, we leave soil piled up on the sides along the driveway where we're going to lay the asphalt. Then, after we've paved the driveway and after it's been compacted with the rollers, the asphalt crew will then shovel and rake that material up onto the edge of the asphalt. Whether it's the soil, the base material, rock, or whatever the material is, we pull that material right up to the edge, equal to the height of the asphalt. This does two things. Number one, this gives the appearance that the driveway is set down into the soil, looking more natural, rather than just being laid out on top. Number two, it creates a nice strong shoulder for most types of vehicles in the event that they may drive off of the edge of the asphalt. Basically, what it does is it transitions onto the soil or the rock or whatever's installed, helping to minimize the risk of cracking or smashing the edge of the asphalt. This is pretty important because these half-moon shaped cracks or those smashed edges really can't be repaired. Trying to repair them is only going to make a bad situation worse. They're better off just left alone. So, shouldering your new asphalt driveway is an important conversation you should have with whoever is installing your driveway before finalizing your contract. The last thing you want to do is have your driveway paved and then have landscapers driving all over your new asphalt driveway. It's just not a good idea. Now, ideally, there should be at least 18 inches or more of material for a good strong shoulder. Returning to the topic of the asphalt edges themselves, you can see here what a difference in compacting the edges combined with pulling the soil up to that edge makes. It's a very nice clean edge. You're probably also going to find that most asphalt companies, not being landscapers, probably aren't going to help much in this area when it comes to landscaping those edges. It's more likely something you'll have to do before the asphalt's installed or after when the asphalt is fully cured. So there you have it, the conversation of asphalt edges and the shoulders of the asphalt edges. I hope you found this video helpful. Hey, maybe you're just exploring having an asphalt driveway installed, and you want to make sure you get a good quality job, which is how you may have found this video. Be sure and watch our other video, How to Install an Asphalt Driveway. There, you're going to learn a whole lot more than just about the edges of the asphalt. You'll learn how an asphalt driveway should be installed from start to finish. You'll be glad you watched it. And in case you didn't already know, if you're looking for a reliable and experienced driveway pro, go to allaboutdriveways.com. There, you can connect with local and experienced driveway pros, companies that we've checked out and we know you can trust to get the job done right the first time. Until next time, thanks for watching.